Hello, welcome to Arrival Graphics. Today we will teach you how to design a student campaign flyer. So I'll scroll down to the bottom, then select this blank paper. So to select a blank paper, just go to the bottom of the page and you will see it over there. I have set the size to square. So after that, I'll draw a shape by clicking on the shape tool and change the color to blue. So I'm setting the color to blue. Then I will extend the length. So after done that, I'll duplicate my shape. So I'll click on the duplicate sign. I'll undo my work, then duplicate it again. So this is how it is. So here I'm going to reduce the size of this rectangular shape. So I'll rotate it, and anytime you want to rotate it, just click on that curve sign over there. So here, this is the curve sign. So click on that part to rotate it. The white round curve at the bottom of the shape, and just hold on that part, then rotate your shape. So that is it. So here I'm going to set it to backwards. After that, I'll change the color. I'll duplicate it again. Then this one, I'll reduce the size. So this is how I want it to be. So here I'm going to change the color for the smaller one. I'll change the color for the smaller one. I will set it to red. So here, to change the color, click on color, then click on enable. So here I want my red color to be deep. This one is too light, so I will set it to deep. You can also enter my color code too as well. So that is the color code. So here I'm done changing the color for the shape. So at this point, I'm going to duplicate my layer again. By here, I would like to set a stroke. Okay, let me go and import my image. So I'll import my image. So I'll click on import, then click on browse. So I'm going to import my image onto my workspace. So this is the image that I'm going to use for my work, and this one I have already removed the background with remove.bg. So here you can change its perspective too as well. So anytime you want to import your image, make sure the background is being removed before you import it onto your workspace. So here I'll set the image backwards because my picture is blocking the shape. So here I'll set it backwards so that it will fall below the shape. So I want it to fall beneath the shape. So here you can see it has sunk into the rectangular blue shape. So that is how I want it to be. So here I'll create another shape too as well. So I'll duplicate this layer, but before that I will unlock the image. So I've unlocked the picture. So anytime I click on the picture, it won't move since I have unlocked it. So I have unlocked it because I want to duplicate the red shape. So after that, I will set the picture to its original position. So here I'm going to lock the picture again. So after that, I'll click on the layer back so that the options will go. So here I'll reduce the size of this rectangular shape. So here I would like to set a stroke for this shape. I would like to set a white stroke for the rectangular shape. So here I'll reduce the size of this rectangular shape. Okay, I'll undo my work, then reduce the size. I'll rotate it small. Okay, it couldn't work out, so I would like to use this one. So I'll duplicate my shape, then rotate it to the other side. So as I said, you use the round one to reduce the size or enlarge it, and use the curved one to rotate it. So at this point, I'm going to set the opacity to 0, then set for the stroke size. So for the color of the stroke size, I'll choose blue. I'll choose blue color for the stroke. So after that, I'll go and set for the radius. But here I will not blur it, so I will set for the radius of the shape. So I will set it to 29. So that is how I want it to be. So here I'm going to enter my policies into this shape. So here I'll click on the text, then enter vote for, all in caps. So at this moment, I will type the policies, but before that I'll draw some shapes with a freehand sketch. So here I'll draw some arrows with my freehand sketch. So this is how I want my arrows to be. So I'll move it. So this is how I would like it to be. So I'll reduce the size. As I said, you hold on the round one to reduce or enlarge the size of a shape, then the curved one to rotate it. After that, I'll change the color to blue and duplicate it. So I'll move the duplicated one. So from this part, I will just duplicate my text. So these are my policies. So I'll duplicate each of the tests, then use it to type the other one. So the policies are accountability, transparency, accessibility, then integrity. So these are the policies. So here I'm done typing the policies for the campaign. So from this part, I'm going to create a stroke. So I'll set a stroke for the my rectangular shape. So I'll set the color to red. I will undo my work. It's the stroke size that I want to set. So I'm setting the color for the stroke. So I'll set it to red color. Then after that, I will increase the size of the stroke. So I'm increasing the width. So this one is okay. So at this point, I'm going to draw a circle. But before that, I'll enter my name, Nana Asamoah, aspiring for the position of president. So I'll put it at the bottom of the picture. And I would bold the text. So here for the president and the name, I will bold the text and set the color to white. So here I will set the color, and to set the color, always come to this side. You can also enter my color code too as well. So I'm done with the text, so I'm going to bold it. So that is how I want it to be. So I'm going to duplicate my text, then enter the president. So Nana Asamoah for president. But here the president, I will change the color to red. So here I will enter the letter 4, and I will set a different font style in italic form for it. So at this point, I will set the shape to circle, then change the color to blue, enter the text vote. So I'll reduce the size of the circle, then click on the OK sign. After that, I will enter the text vote. So I'll click on the text 2, then enter the text. So that is how I want it. So at this point, I'm going to import my logos, and mind you, just as I remove the background of the picture, is the same way that I did for the logos. They were carrying backgrounds already, so I used the remove.bg to remove the background of those logos. So please, anytime that you are importing any image or picture onto your workspace, make sure the background is being removed. So that is how it is. So here I'll just reduce the size of the logo, the school logo, and the hall. The hall is VACO Hall and the school is University of Cape Coast. So after that, I will enter the name of the school, then the hall. So the person is campaigning for VACO Hall president. So here we are almost done, so we're left with the savings. So in savings we have the JPEG format and we have the PNG format, and the JPEG format is the one with no transparency. So here I prefer saving it in JPEG. So after making your selection, you click on save to gallery and you are good to go. So you can also save your work to as project, and as I said earlier in my previous video, if you are saving it in project, it means wherever you committed an error and you want to make editing, you can come back then and make your editing. It's more like Photoshop that you are saving your work in PSD format, so you can make editing at any time that you want. So that is how it works.